Coming up on MHS1,
we meet some students who care about the environment.
We talk to Aaron Brockovich about North Texas water quality.
And we tell you how to get your hands on our national award-winning Lit Mag.
And it's all coming up on MHS1.
Feel the force around you.
Good morning, McKinney High School. Today is Friday, May 4th. I'm Nick Limbo.
And I'm Lexi Villarreal, and you're watching MHS1.
Students have banded together to help the environment. Here's Sarah Humadi with more on the Environmental Club.
The Growing Environmental Club celebrated Earth Day at Town Lake.
So what we're doing is celebrating the earth, and what we hope to gain is to just talk about what we can do to help it. We've impacted the environment by helping decrease litter and picking up trash and just raising awareness for global warming and things such as that.
It's a single day where everyone can come together and talk about the issues regarding our earth and raise awareness about the things that are happening.
I think it's special because we're actually doing things, we are going out and helping people and helping the environment, and it's just a great place for people to get together and meet each other while also making a difference. I think what defines our club is all the people who are willing to help, and they go to all of our events and things like that. It's just the people make it what it is.
The latest t-shirt fundraiser they had raised lots of money and awareness.
So our Save the Bees t-shirt campaign, we made these really cute yellow shirts and we sold them to a bunch of people, and we're using the money to give to a bee foundation, and we're also going to use it to plant things in the memorial garden.
We already had our first round of t-shirt sales, but we're going to do another one because we had a lot of people ask for it again. So basically, if you want to buy one, you can DM me on Twitter at ADLYNL and just DM me, and I'll put your name on the list, and it's $17, so yeah.
The Environmental Club meets every third Wednesday of the month. Head on down to room B201 and be a part of this club. This has been Sarah Humadi reporting for MHS1.
That's fascinating. You know, we really need a club like this when the planet's average surface temperature has risen 2 degrees since the 19th century.
Truly. Hey, I read last year's Lit Mag and it was great. I wonder how they're going.
Me too. Thankfully, we have David Bellata with the story.
The Lost Art is a student publication that takes student art and writing and puts it into a cohesive magazine. Any kind of work can go into the Lost Art. We take a lot of kinds of artwork, like sculptures, mixed media, paintings, obviously, and then any kind of writing. Like this year, we have a song in our book. We also take poems, short stories, tons of different things. We try to have as much different kind of material as possible.
We just won first place Best of Show at the competition, and we also won Pacemaker finalists, which means that out of the whole nation, our magazine was one of the best. And I think there was 14 magazines selected for finalists, and we were one of them.
Currently, right now, we have a pre-sale for $15 for the Lost Art for the upcoming edition. Once May 20th hits, when we get the final book back, it will be $20 for a book.
The Lost Art's a really cool place for any kind of person with creativity, like graphic design, artwork, photography, writing. Any person that has the need to creatively express themselves has a place here. So I think it fits a lot of people's needs, in the school, and adds a new different family in the school for people that might feel a little lost.
Students have been joining together to help donate to the community. Here's Allie Tauber and Carson Gorman with the story.
Some may have noticed signs in the hallways, posters on the bathroom stalls, and drop boxes around the campus advertising Soap for Hope.
Soap for Hope is part of my Gold Award project for Girl Scouts, and It's a fundraiser drive to benefit City House, and it's collecting toiletries and gift cards to create street survival kits for people that couldn't make it into one of City House's shelters.
A Girl Scout since 2nd grade has created this fundraiser drive as part of her Gold Award project.
So Gold Award is the Girl Scout equivalent of Eagle Scout, where you have to get a bunch of qualifications before and do a certain amount of Girl Scout work, and then you coordinate your own like individual big project that has to have like lasting impact. I've gained a lot of like self-confidence and like professional skills because I've had to go and communicate with a bunch of adults and like really work to coordinate this.
All proceeds go directly towards the Collin County nonprofit City House.
So here at City House, we have been in business for 30 years as a nonprofit, and we help runaway homeless youth ages 0 to 22. We have them come from CPS, where they are pulled out of their homes due to abuse, neglect, substance abuse of the parents, and they are placed with us for up to 90 days.
Amanda's dedication to this project not only helps the ones in need, but brings awareness to the whole community.
Being able to think of a whole function, you know, Soap for Hope, and being able to put it out there. And how many lives she's impacting, we can't even count. Because hopefully in here in the high school, y'all are going, homelessness? Really, in Collin County? Oh, wow, tell me more about that.
Within Collin County, McKinney ISD is the district with the highest rate of homeless students.
Being aware of what homelessness looks like, that sometimes it's not the person with the bag holding the sign, but it's the kid next to you who's fallen asleep. These are kids who are physically and sexually abused. These are teenagers who can't take it anymore.
Like youth homelessness is a really overlooked problem in Collin County. The harsh reality is that it's all around us and you never know.
This has been Allie Tauber and Carson Gorman reporting for MHS1.
Now here's Michelle with sports.
Thanks, Nick. The baseball team beat Boyd on Thursday night in their last game of the season. The softball team season recently came to an end. Here's a recap on how they played.
Let's go Lions! Let's go! Our Lioness had their last game April 20th, ending their season 2-12.
We were undefeated at the beginning of the season. During district, we hit a couple bumps in the road, but we still stayed strong and competed every single game.
We had a tough season, not gonna lie. You look at the stats, you look at the records, everything will tell you that we did not have the season that we had planned for. However, I will say this was probably one of the best seasons McKinney High softball has ever had, because the strong sense of family that both the players and the coaches gave towards each other, it was just phenomenal. There was no other experience like it.
I'm so proud of you.
We have 4 coaches on our coaching staff. They all play a very big role in developing our team and making us get better.
The coaches were outstanding. We came back from what we had last year, and I think Coach Elders is doing an outstanding job from what we had, and he's our assistant coach and I was our head coach, and all the coaches are doing outstanding.
The coaches have really impacted me over the 4 years. Coach Elders has been with me all 4 years, which has been great. I mean, getting to know him and him getting to know us, it's just, he's the foundation for why we are what we are, you know, as far as building such strong bonds with each other and being the people that we are on and off the field. He motivates us to be better.
She plans on attending.
For seniors, this was their last game as a team.
Seniors, I will miss them so much. I'm so thankful for all the memories and all the times I got to spend with them, and I hope the best for them.
They always have a special place in my heart, no matter where they go, no matter what they do. And I'm very thankful for them supporting me throughout my freshman and sophomore year.
To the teammates that I'm leaving behind, it's going to be really hard to leave them behind, but they know that no matter where I go, I'll always be here supporting them. And I know that they're going to do great things. There's a lot of talent right now. There's a lot of talent coming, and I know they're just going to do phenomenal things.
This has been Angela Sincor reporting for MHS1. Lions, let's go!
2 track athletes qualified for the state meet at UT Austin on May 11th and 12th. AJ Johnson will be running in 300-meter hurdles, and Worthy Uko will be competing in long jump. Spring football is in full swing. The spring game will be at Ron Poe on May 24th at 6 p.m. That's all for sports. Now back to you.
Hey Lexi, have you seen the topic of water supply being brought up a lot in the news lately?
Yeah, definitely. A woman named Erin Brockovich has a thing or two to say about the matter.
Here's Emma Triana with the story.
In recent months, concerns over water quality in McKinney and surrounding areas have arose. Various accounts of local residents claim that there has been a chlorine-like smell flowing from their faucets. Not until lately has it caught the attention of media and other community members due to a Facebook post from water activist Aaron Brockovich stirring up pandemonium on the arising issue among North Texas residents. On April 5th, at a Safer North Texas water meeting held at Frisco Celebration Hall, Aaron spoke in hopes to give the community insight and truthful answers that we have all been searching for.
I am an advocate on water issues across this country. And I think it is ridiculous when we all get into a situation where your agencies are not hearing the people. And then the people come to me. So here we are.
The North Texas Municipal Water District has responded to complaining residents, claiming the water isn't harmful. Residents have then so partnered together and taken initiative by reaching out to Aaron in order to stop the water problems.
I read something recently that I thought was kind of humorous regarding pool water. If you test a pool, what you'll find is the test kit goes up to 3 parts per million, and at that point, the pool water is considered chlorinated well. Yet, the EPA standard for cleaning the system is 4 parts per million. So if you think, oh my goodness, we're testing at 4 parts per million now, functionally, isn't that like drinking pool water?
Chloramine is a chemical disinfectant used to treat drinking water. It is known to provide long-lasting disinfection as the water moves through the pipes to consumers. Chloramine is formed when ammonia is combined with chlorine. The specific type used in drinking water is called monochloramine. Recent studies have indicated the formation of toxic byproducts in drinking water when using chloramine.
We're always concerned when there's a chlorine burn. You're going through a chlorine burn not because something went wrong that day. It's because you've been having a hard time maintaining your system for months.
Commitment and change begins at home.
Goddard School in McKinney, Texas owner Robin Wells received many concerns on the issue from parents.
When the issue about the quality of the water came up, some of our parents at the school here questioned, what were we doing? So that led us to do our research and to come to the conclusion that, while the chlorine levels smelled high during the month, it was part of normal testing, and we believe the water to be safe. We smell something, we ask questions, and then we learn about water safety and water quality, something that you don't think about on a daily basis.
Water expert Bob Bocock also attended the public meeting alongside Brockovich, sharing his expertise on the chlorine maintenance and water quality.
This part of North Texas is growing in leaps and bounds. And so the hydrodynamics of a distribution system like this are changing constantly. So when you tell me the water is regulatory standard, that doesn't always mean safe. It's good water, but it can be better.
All of this reminds me when I began as a young girl out in Hinckley, California, when I saw two-headed frogs in green water and everyone wanted to tell me I was crazy. I feel this community's frustration. They're the ones that have got these rashes. They're the ones that are worried why there's so many miscarriages. They're the ones asking questions, but somebody here is telling them you're crazy. When I'm in a situation and I am seeing it, feeling it, experiencing it, and reacting to it, don't tell me I'm crazy, and don't tell them they're crazy, because they're not. Start listening. And let's start finding solutions to all of these issues that are affecting all of us, and stop the games. So as long as that happens, I'm going to stick around.
This has been Emma Triana reporting for MHS1.
The theater department has opened up its spring musical. Here's David Bellata and Nick Limbo with the story.
Musical theater has been kicking into full gear as they open for this year's spring musical.
Avenue Q is essentially a grown-up version of Sesame Street. So it follows the storyline of these characters. Some of them are puppets. They're at a turning point in their life where they have to figure out what to do after they graduate from college. So there are a lot of songs about figuring out who you are and what to do with your life and reflecting on their college experience. So it's a lot of fun. My favorite thing about this show is it deals with some mature subject matter that is real to everyday life, but it handles it in a way that's very upbeat and fun, and but then at the end of it, you are really reflecting on what the point of it all is. And the show ends with one of the most beautiful messages. They say basically everything in life is just for now, and to not get too tied up in all of the things that could be weighing you down that come with adult life, because everything is essentially temporary. So I love that.
The play's use of puppetry make it far from your normal theater production.
Well, there's definitely some things to get used to when you think about working with puppets as a kid. There's a lot of like chomping motions that's happening with the puppets, but it's actually kind of the opposite of that. You're supposed to open your mouth every time you say a word. So after you get past that hurdle, then you can add in all the funny nuances of like flipping your hair back or small little nods and gestures that really make the puppets human. It's really interesting to see them make choices as an actor and then have to interpret that through their puppets' choices.
Well, with puppeteering, I kind of found the basics of puppeteering pretty easily. But what's really hard is whenever you have something like, say, a lot of syllables, like in a specifically like a long line or a song, your forearm really tenses up, so you have to learn how to keep your wrist nice and floppy.
My two favorite puppets are Trekkie and Rod. This right here is Trekkie Monster. He is totally covered in fur, and he's a handed puppet, which means you use your hand to operate the mouth like you do with most puppets, but then you also put a hand in his sleeve, and he's got like fingers. He's a lot of fun. I like him. I think he's just a really interesting and creatively made puppet. And then my other favorite puppet is Rod. Rod has two arms instead of one, because the other puppets just have this arm tacked to the side right here. And then the puppeteer operates just one hand, but he's got two hands that you operate, so you have to control all of his gestures more precisely, and there's so much more he can do. And he's a lot of fun. I like that he has two arms, so he has a whole range of gestures.
The experience of working on the show has left the director hopeful for its opening.
Well, this cast is just phenomenal. This is the first musical I've ever directed, so part of me was a little worried about, can I handle this? There's always a lot more work that goes into a musical, but these, honestly, it's been a breeze. It really has been, because these kids are just on the ball. They love musical theater so much that they will go above and beyond, and constantly they're rehearsing their music, they're practicing their lines, they're working with their puppets, because not only is it a musical, but it's a puppet show as well. So there's so much more skills that they have to be learning, but they are really just on top of it, and it's been a blast working with them.
Hi, my name is Rod, and I absolutely love for you to see me and Avenue Q May 2nd through 5th. It'll be fabulous!
Hello, me name Trekkie Monster, and me want you to come see Avenue Q first weekend of May! Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram.
This has been Nick Limbo and David Bellata reporting for MHS1.
So construction's still happening.
The UIL academic team has won regional championships and are competing at state today. Good luck to all of our teams. And that's all we have for you today. Follow us on Twitter at Mainstream News. And remember,
if it's news
and it's at McKinney High School,
it's MHS1.